Welcome back to a game of Beyond All Reason with your host, me, Pigs. Let's see, in this 1v1, let's see who's going to be triumphant, shall we? And the commander here is Naza, and he is in Armada. And Chevalot is another Armada, so Armada v Armada. Naza is this, well, it's about 20 players higher or so in but that in these higher grid matches it doesn't tend to mean a lot, as we know. We've obviously seen this before, so let's go back in and see how things are going for each. Are they going to obey the rules and not bother quickly scrapping with each other or sending some ticks out or a rascal, depending on what they are? So we have got vehicles. I suppose I can't send a rascal because they're Armada, so that would be a bit different, but never mind. Because that would be a Cortex. That would be a Cortex playthrough, and they've only technically got rovers, so we're definitely not going to see the ticks, so we are going to see the rovers coming out, certainly for NASA, and what are we going to see? It's the same, basically, or very similar. So we've got some Blitz. We've got a couple of constructor vehicles. It's relatively good, this one, I think, for vehicles themselves. Over, it's relatively flat, basically. That's what we try. That's why they would go for vehicles, maybe over bots anyway. Bearing in mind, a vehicle should technically last, all intents and purposes. It's got it's got a bit more health than a bot anyway. So. He's using the rovers, I think, for either scouting or just he's going to put them. Where's he going to do? Yeah, he's going to scout up there, and he's going to scout up there just to see where, obviously, Chevalot's going to be, or potentially be. Now, here we go. Hello, goodbye. So now this theoretically should have seen each other. So no real defense yet. No, no turrets or anything. In fact, there's absolutely no defense yet at all. So any push here could be devastating for the opposite player, really. 3 will obviously beat 1, but he's just pushing him away, I think. That's all he's really doing. But he's going to have to be careful that not allow that in. Oh, there's 1 actually coming. The Blitz has passed it, so this could be an early win for Chevalot here. Oh, the Blitz just come out at the right time, but has it seen it? Yes, he must have seen it. So it's going to get a metal extractor for his course. Going to get another metal extractor for his course. So this is a grand play from. Oh, and he's still around just. So that was a bit annoying. Might even get, definitely going to get, Naza's in a world of trouble here. An absolute world of trouble. Unless he does something here, this will be game over within 3 minutes. But you already know how long the video is, so we don't really have to worry about that. Just parking a bus here. So he's definitely in control. Although saying that though, Blitz v Blitz, more will obviously beat less in this situation. And Rovers are not going to stand any chance against the Blitz anyway. So really, Chevalot is definitely in control of this game so far. Unless as it actually does anything. It's quite late with his constructor, as far as I could tell it. What's that? 4 minutes and 15 seconds. But obviously he's been trying to defend, and he lost an enormous amount of metal. Obviously he lost at least 2 of these, so that's the reason why his constructor turret was late. I think you're trying to aim for about, all being well, about a 3.5 minute maybe. Maybe even less than that if you're lucky. I don't know whether that's the ideal, but these rovers are still annoying though, as they're a lot faster than the Blitz, obviously. Now, this is good. The commander could turn around and de-gun, but the trouble is he would take most of this out. So, yeah, he took out a metal extractor, so that's not too bad. Oh, that's a nice pickup. I must admit, that's very nice. He's piling on the pressure, but I think it's just to allow him to start. Yeah, so NASA is now starting to come out and come to the battlefield. More rovers, just pushing these. I don't think they'll do too much to the blitz though, but they will do obviously another rover. Yeah, I don't think that was a. You had the advantage there, and I think you just lost that. These metal extractors good. Oh, that's a lovely. Yeah, blow that up. That's the way of destroying them. Essentially, the light laser turret would be really nice to actually, protect some of this. He has got one on the back line here, but it's just not got enough energy to be able to power through, really. Even though he's got a lot more. That's probably done that by eating up, I think. Yeah. So now we've got the light laser in there. The Century in there, so it will do something against any attack. Not against if it's got a few blitzes or something like that. That should, but at least any of the rovers. I keep can't remember why do they call it a rascal. I got rascal on the plane. I think it's probably to do with I see red, and usually like. I don't know why I always think the Cortex is in red, but Well, at least now you can see what's coming around. Apart from obviously this angle here is a bit, you can't see too much there. Still blitz on. What else are we getting down to now? No, we're just doing blitz. We're doing a blitz factory and another constructor. What is this? Are they talking to each other? How could that be? 52. And that was 52. Oh no, that was a bit weird. Where was... Unless they... Oh no. He's decided I don't like 52. I think I'll have 57. Strange. Well, this is absolutely... But it should be cleaned up by... There is more blitzes in the red than in the blue. So that will obviously be taken up. But he is pushing quite a lot. You can see around that Mazel's definitely got the bit between his teeth here. Another sentry's going to come up. aka light laser. Now he's obviously looks as if he's going to be going into the water to get some tidal wave, which obviously they produce the same amount as a solar. And our opposite number has not decided to do that. These are quite a nice little green, aren't they? I think he's basically using the rovers as scouts, to be honest with you, just to probe, just to keep probing. That's the thing about this game. You've got to keep probing. I'll think of ways you can probe to the other player. You know, API is definitely a thing to consider here. Obviously, if you're getting your opponent to do a lot of stuff, he's not doing anything else, you know. If you're sending, you know, one set of army one way and one set the other way, he's got to pick then, you know. But this could do some damage. He's got no protection whatsoever in this centre. Oh, one blitz has come up. We've got another blitz come up. But this will be taken down. And there's the third one, so... It's started to be a bit more even, but they're going to take the construction turret out. The trouble is, you don't have any, because this is an Armada, you don't have any Lazarus, you see, because you've got vehicles. If you had bots, then you would be able to resurrect them, you know, or eat them up. So that's the thing you have to consider. This should be taken out quite simply, yeah. Now, what's he going to do now? He's still harassing our red player. Chevrolet. But he's not really. I mean, obviously, it's definitely a lot more been a lot more successful than. Not in the early though, but obviously he's been coming. He's been coming good in the end. A lot more wind has come out. He's got a 3 solos there, and obviously he's got that farm. I think in the water, not as many as he was probably going to intend to do, but then decided he wasn't going to do it. Oh, that's a bit close. This lot would or could take out the commander if they'd have seen it, and that would have been the end of the game. But they either just skirted around and didn't see it, or he wasn't looking at that part of the screen at the time. Still Blitz. I think we're still on the Blitz Fest. We are. What are we here? Oh, he's... Clearly, a 57 wasn't enough, so we'll go on 148. This is what I don't understand. Maybe some... Well, I'm not saying a pro would actually explain it, but it would be nice to think what you think. Why don't they put the repeat on and just do 1? But maybe that's the reason why, because you forget you've got the repeat on and then do something else. Oh no, he's adding more. I don't get it. I don't get that. But then that's just the way they play. I always put the repeat on and do it that way. So that's technically what it's there for. I mean, you would not need to do 150 then if you want to cancel. I would assume it's a lot easier than trying to cancel 100. Oh, it's going even more. But anyway, now we've got a couple of we've got 3 construction turrets. So obviously we have no T2 ever being bitten. It probably won't in this game, to be honest. It's very unusual that, this is a high class match, close to, I would say, even pro if you would quite like. It's very unusual that you do get to the T2 era on for Pro Pieces Pro anyway. It's a lot of these people know each other and they know how they play, but Sherry's got a lot of blitzes. There's a lot of blitz coming out here, and not so many for Naz though. So this could, and he's still got his rovers. But he's confined himself into a more smaller. He is going now, but it'd probably be nice if Naz just went up and went round and checked the back of it. Yeah, he could have dealt with that. That could have dealt with all these. I would assume. Oh no, well, there's quite a lot there now. It's an 8v8. Oh, he's coming back. This will be devastating. This is a real misplay. Yeah, he's definitely misplayed that. That's a lovely push into there, but he's probably going to lose all these blitzes and things like that in the process. Be nice to eat up any of this, because obviously then it would be go back to you for building more stuff. But this is the problem with the vehicles. We got some ticks, so that means he has got a bot lab coming. Oh, he has got one, yes. Now he's got bot lab. Now he's sending the ticks in. I still would have thought that having a couple of Lazarus would have been quite nice in this to eat up all that metal that's certainly digging around here. I mean, look at all this. It's quite a lot of metal to be leaving on the battlefield. Not that I don't think your opponent's going to get it, because I don't think he will, but... So, these whistlers are quite, they've got a decent range. They will take out, they'll certainly take out all this, the light laser, the sentry, for sure. So Naz is going to have to do something. He's going to have to deal with these sooner or later. Otherwise, they will start to rip this base apart and move forward. So what could he actually do? He might be able to. I mean, he's obviously got the. He's going for pawns. Probably has he? Oh, he's done a switch. I thought that was there was a vehicle. So yeah, now, so he switched from vehicles in this, eating it up, and now he's going to a full bot play. The problem is with that is I don't you know, the pawns are fast, but they'll struggle against this unless you have a lot of them. He's also going for oh, that's an interesting fighters as well. So, but bombers come to the aid now. So Chev's now on a the whistler in the sense now as a it's not going to do a lot unless he starts to just push. He has to just say, right then, I've got to push, got to go forward. Although obviously he's nowhere near, and he's not building any air to get rid of these either that I can see. Obviously, the one decent thing about the wizard, he will fight against the air. It's not really you know, an anti-air unit really, but it does do it. I mean, these bombers are not really fast anyway, so but it has devastated his, you know, his capability for sure. But oh, that's we got to the T2. He's eaten up his 2 labs and then converted to a T2. So what is he going for? So we got some couple of combat energy, but he's going to go for advanced vehicles. So that means he's going to upgrade his metal extractors. I would assume, because that's what you normally do. But let's not assume that's what's going to happen. This is a good push with the ticks. If we look at it, he has not got a lot. He's got no real protection here whatsoever. So the only thing he has got a sort of light lasers. Now they will rip the beamer, and I think it's a beamer there. Yeah, a beamer and a sentry. They will rip the. But no, you're not going to rip the pawns. Not that many anyway. Now that's the disadvantage. You needed a few more sentries to take this down. Oh, there we go. I don't know whether he GG. Yeah, Sheriff GG'd. He couldn't go any further. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to check out pixtv.com, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.